My agenda for today is review our warm-up, which we did in the morning, vocabulary, or the first thing we did. Next thing was mini lesson. So the next thing is our mini lesson, going over main idea, identifying topic, key details, key information, and then tying it all together to try to determine what the main idea in the text is. And then you guys met with your book clubs, so you can put a check on that. So, my objective for today. Matute, we'll start with you, sir.
I will be able to identify a non-fiction selection's main idea and its supporting details.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Menchaca?
I will read and make annotations about the topic, details, and the text main idea.
All right, so some key words that I want you to walk away with today. So, topic, what is the text touching on? Details, what are details that are being informed, that are important within the text that you're reading, and then tying them all together, inferring your main idea. All right? So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you guys your guys' text, the text we're going to go over today. So we do one together, and then you're off to do your exit ticket, which ties back to today's lesson. So grab one, pass it on. If it's extra, just leave it in the middle. Question?
Yeah, a question. Are you gonna make us a test? Because in the weekend, it tells you, it was telling you a notification, just in this one I have, a notification of a hurricane that's called Sam. I think it was a category 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah, you're actually right. I was reading about that earlier with, I guess tying it back to last week, right? With the types of categories on the hurricanes. All right, so name and date, please. Don't forget your name and date. It's the very first thing you should always be doing, so that way we know who the work belongs to, and we're not trying to figure out who to give credit to. And I only need your first and last name. I don't need your 10 last names. Tú eres Fernando Castillo de los Pérez, de los Rodríguez, de los Santos, de allá de los Altos, de Jalisco. I don't want to know all that. Just tell me your first last name, all right? The one you go by with most often.
And we're not going to put
All right, so we're working on side number 1. It has hashtag number 1 at the very top left-hand corner. What I want you to do for the next minute, I want you to go through it, but I want you to read it independently, all right? And then we get together. 1 minute, that's it. Raise your hand if you need 30 more seconds to wrap it up. Yeah, Costa? All right, so before I infer the main idea, before I try to determine what the main idea is in this text, I have to stop myself and think about what is this text touching on? All right? What is this text touching on? ¿Sobre qué está tocando este texto? ¿Qué es lo que el autor me está compartiendo? What is the author sharing? But what is it touching on? ¿Sobre qué está tocando? Can I find another book that touches on a similar topic?
Yes.
Okay. Are they all going to say the same thing about that topic?
No.
They're all going to have a different idea, a different big idea, right? A different main idea. Yes? Yes, sir.
It may be like a type of connection, or it can be a connection between the book and another book.
Well, there might be a connection between them, right? They might share the same idea. Or you might be able to compare those ideas. Yes? Alright, so the very first thing that on my anchor chart is being able to identify the topic sentence, right? It's probably the easiest thing you're going to be able to do when it comes to main idea. But you can move on if you're not able to identify or determine what the main idea, what the topic and the key details are. Right? So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify what the text is touching on. So this text is touching on, so based on what you read, what are some words that repeat? Are there any repeating words here?
Yes.
Swamp, okay. Are there details that support swamp? Okay, fresh water. It looks like it talks about fresh water
And salt water.
and salt water.
Much water.
Huh?
Much water.
Okay, there's a lot of water.
Or
They're found all over the world.
They can be found all over the world.
and they can
Many different
they
plants
can be
grow.
salt water like where they're near somebody.
Okay, they can be near saltwater bodies.
So either near salt water, that means they're gonna be salt water. If they're near water, then they're gonna be water.
Okay, perfect. ¿Quieres decir algo?
Many different plants grow.
Okay, many different plants grow either in the swamp or near the swamp, correct? Yes, sir.
Most of the animals that live there are aquatic. No, that they can like breathe in the water.
So they have actually, are they able to? They can live in water, or they can live
Survive the water.
Like
on land,
raccoon.
right? Or they can survive in
Like
water,
frogs.
like frogs, for instance. Yes, sir.
There's like super salt land on the bottom of the water.
Oh, the land on the bottom
Soft.
is soft, but it's very muddy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
why it's soft.
so on the bottom where it says topic, does everyone see that part?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is I want you to write out this sentence then, so we get used to writing a complete sentence. So this text touches on, then you do that on your own, then you finish it out. And then you finish it. This text touches on. Should be writing with a different color. Okay, I want you to turn to your elbow partner now. I want you to turn to your elbow partner. If you guys can touch elbows, then that's your elbow partner. So, voltea a tu compañero, and I want you to tell your classmates. I want you to start off by using the sentence stem, so you can speak in complete sentences. This text touches on, and it should be click. Go ahead and turn.
This text is on swamp.
Or near swamp.
All right, we're coming back together in 3, 2, 1. All right, so I know I have your full attention because I can see your pretty eyes. Eye contact. All right. So, the next thing on my anchor chart, now that you guys were able to find the topic in the text, now we're looking for important details, correct? So, this text is filled with key details, key information, key ideas that are going to help me determine what the main idea is, but I can't move on until I can find those and I can identify those. So, this is what I want you to do now. So you're going to go back to the text. You can do, this is what you can do to show me, to prove to me with evidence that you understand what my details are. So you can either underline key details, key information. You can write an annotation on the left-hand side. You can do bullets. You can box, you can circle, whatever you need to do to prove that you understand what the details are. Capish? So I'll give you the next minute to do that. So go back to the text, underline keywords, do annotations if you need to. Or you can do both, or all three. so it looks like the majority of you guys are just about finished. Turn to your elbow partner. Voltea a tu compañero, and what I want you to do now is share incomplete sentences. An important detail about swamps is that, and then share what you underlined or boxed.
It is an area of wet soft water that is covered most of the year.
An important detail about the text is that it's
You guys can share now. Solamente hablando. Oscar, ya pones una.
Yes, like little pictures of water.
They can be fresh water or salt water.
One more important detail. If you just look at the picture, you will see how swamps in the
There's a lot of water, right? Lot of water. Okay, wrap up your conversation. 3, 2, 1. Clap once if you're with me. Clap twice if you're all with me. Thank you. So all eyes on Mr. Dominguez now. You see your pretty eyes. ¿Me esperas allá afuera, por favor? Alright, so key details. Some of you guys already did this.
6th grade teachers, at this time, if you could release your mariachi kids to come pick up their instrument and they will return back to class. 6th grade students, at this time, mariachi students, come get your instruments and return back to class.
An important detail about swamps is, and then you finish it up.
Is blah blah blah.
And then you finish it up.
Okay, I did it.
Alright, ready to move on? So now I'm going to take my key details, my key information, my topic, and I have to determine what about all these details is the author trying to inform me? What is he trying to tell me here? So then, I'm going to take my key details and I'm going to formulate this, I'm going to use this stem to formulate my main idea. So I want you to write in the details about swamps. So aquí donde dice where it says, ooh, and I messed up right there. That's alright. So I want you to write it right here where it says student created heading. You can probably scratch that out. Don't worry about it. So you're gonna write in the details. The details about swamps that the author is informing me about is that, and then you finish it off. So the details about swamps that the author is trying to inform me about is that, and then you finish it off. And then think about what you're writing in terms of what you're filling in, because make sure it's not just a detail. Make sure it's, because if it's a detail, it's more than likely only going to cover a piece of what the overall message in that is in that paragraph. You want to make sure that what you write in there connects with everything. So if someone was to ask you, what is this whole paragraph touching on? You're able to tell them, hey, this whole paragraph is touching on. What is it informing me about? Answer, please. Senora Arevalo, can you share it with us what's the big idea, the main idea in this text? Can you put, I need complete sentences?
The detail about
An important detail.
an important detail about
Right here. The, T-H-E, the details about swamps that the author is informing me is that of swamps. What about swamps? You gave me the topic. I want more than just the topic.
The details about swamps that the author is informing me about is that things that you will inform you about what you will find in the swamp.
Okay, stuff that you were more than likely gonna find in the swamp. Yes? Or C.
Environment.
The environment in the swamp, right?
like animals, like frogs,
Like animals.
or raccoons, or
What would happen if we had no swamp?
then,
No animals would
then
be
the,
There would be no animals.
because you won't have the homes or
Okay.
water to drink.
There would be no survival for any of these animals, right?
And then there will be no survival for us.
Because frogs make their homes there.
Okay, some frogs make their homes there.
They will have to travel long ways.
They're gonna have to travel to a different place. They're gonna migrate and they're gonna end up invading other places, right? So, can we say that the main idea in this text is about is that swamps are crucial?
Teachers and students, at this
Yes.
time we have one
Crucial to
announcement.
life?
Students, just a reminder that book fair will be open tomorrow during PE. They will be giving little tokens out for